morning. Welcome to On the Corner in Marion, Kansas. Today we have a couple of hosts which has been here before, and they are Jeremiah Lang and Chris Mercer.
Morning.
How you guys doing?
We're doing well. This is the first time you and I have done this together.
Yep. It has been the first time.
Yeah.
It kind of just our schedules are not hitting up.
Yeah, and here we are.
Here we are
on a. For those of you that don't know, it's Saturday morning where we're at. So.
Yep. You're going to get this Monday, so it's going to be a little delayed. Some of the information will be fresh to you. Some of it will be a little bit about over the fireworks yesterday and today, Saturday. So,
yeah. So good couple days.
Yeah.
We'll start with the information that we got from Marion Merchants, and then we'll go into some other topics. City Council is working on getting a chief of police and replacing some of the streets in Marion that aren't in great shape. So you'll see that information coming out in the next few weeks, months.
Yep. And we'll be thinking about replacing the billboards around town and what we want to put on them. So
where are those billboards?
Well, that's the one that's out at Pilsen Road.
Oh, okay.
You know, they're outside of Marion City.
Okay. All right.
Good to know.
Very good. There's a free opportunity to market your business and market Marion by adding coupons onto the Travel Kansas website. If you would like to put a coupon for your business on the page, send all the information to Margot at chinga@eaglecom.net.
So fireworks at the lake on Saturday, which is today. Today's the 5th. We're bringing this to you just a tad bit early, but we do have the fireworks display as always at the county lake, and it should be a good festivity. They have the parade earlier on, as long as it doesn't get rained out. It's sprinkling a little bit outside, but I think it'll be a success. We try to go every year with the family, and actually last night my family, my total family is back in town, which is a really blessing, a good thing, and we were able to all go out and participate in Peabody's.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've been there, probably back when my father-in-law was still alive, and my wife, Christy, was very excited to go. We decided to partake in that this time, and
good.
She was very excited to see. We all were, but she's from Marion, and traditionally she grew up going to Peabody's and Marion's and so forth. And she said it's changed a lot, but changed for the better. They do a. I don't know if you've all been, or if you all know what
I've actually never been to the Peabody
talking about.
fireworks. So.
Oh wow! Well, it's been a bit. It's quite a bit different than I remember. But they put on a very good show. They have food vendors out there for you to eat, and we partook in that to give back to the community, support the community. Plenty of water, plenty of places to sit there at the park and the old football field there. They had, when the fireworks start, well, before that, the announcer did a lot of fun things for the crowd, got the crowd involved. That was pretty exciting to see, getting the young kids involved and handing out gifts and different things for prizes for different things.
Yeah.
And then, it started to get dark, and they started to do the fireworks, and it was really neat how they did it. They have like little themes, and then they shoot off some fireworks, and then they talk a little bit about Peabody or about something else, and then that's kind of a different theme, and then they shoot off more fireworks. So different than I've ever seen it, or that I remember seeing it, and but it was good. It was exciting.
Cool.
Yeah. So I would recommend trying it out.
Well, I think that kind of brings up, like, this is 249 years since 1776. I imagine that 250th celebration next year is going to be a big one.
Yes.
So
yes.
kind of, obviously all over this nation. So
I want to say they said they had been doing it 30 years.
Okay.
30-something years there in Peabody. So I would say they perfected it. They've got, they got places to go to the restroom. They've got stuff spread out. I mean, parking, of course, is up and down in the park and up and down the roadways. But so, uh,
Chris,
yes, sir.
while we're talking about fireworks, maybe you could tell the people, since you have to go and physically check them, some of the things that they have to have to qualify to be fireworks stands. So.
Sure. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that. So I work for the Fire Marshal's office. I'm a special agent assigned to the investigation division. Most all of you listening probably already know that. One of my duties, one of the many duties that they task us with, is to inspect the fireworks stands. But not only during this 2 weeks of inspecting the stands and making sure they're in compliance, but also inspecting fireworks distributors and bunkers throughout Kansas. Bunkers meaning road and bridge or quarries might have explosive material and they have to store it a certain way. And we as in the state, we license them and we regulate them. So generally annually. But back to fireworks, during fireworks season, there's the 2 weeks, and we 9 agents go out into the state in our respective areas, and I control, or I'm in charge of 11 counties now, and we go out into our counties and we basically PR, what we call PR, public relations.
Yeah.
We go out. Now our job is to inspect the stand. We have requirements. Excuse me. I would say all of the stands, the distributors in the stands have been given checklists or check sheets that we provide. And it lays out exactly what that stand needs to do. And it's very simple items like having an entrance and an exit, having fire extinguishers, having signs that say, no smoking, no lighting off fireworks next to the stand. The stands can't be close to. Sorry.
It's getting you all choked up.
I know.
I was talking about your job.
So stressful. So when I go out to the stand, I just meet with whoever's operating it or the owner, and we visit a little bit. Again, it's public relation. It's not about really dinging them or writing them up or shutting them down.
Yeah, not trying to get them.
No. It's about really trying to educate the public by our presence, educate the stands, and just do the right thing. That's what we want them to do. It's all about compliance. Now, we have a newer boss, as I said before, in some talks, and he is very proactive on educating the community. And he wanted us to reach out to all the ERs if we could, the emergency rooms.
Wow.
And so they provide surveys. There's a survey out there, and they can provide information that comes to us at the Fire Marshal's office. And it's firework-related injuries. And some of those injuries are because of illegal fireworks or because of a firework that's made into an explosive device. And a lot of those injuries are due to improper use.
Yeah.
So that information is volunteer, but that gets to us, and we may have an investigation off of that if it's a crime. So went out and hit some emergency rooms and did some PR and hit some stands. Went to the sheriff's office in Ottawa and Minneapolis and just to PR and say, here's my card. And so it's an all-inclusive PR, but it's also a way to regulate the fireworks stands and make sure they're in compliance. So it's a good thing. Just pretty hectic because there's so many stands in the state, and there's only 9 of us, and we can't get to all of them.
Yeah.
So it's a random thing.
Chris, do you have a list of all the fireworks stands in the state that you have to check out? I mean, how do you know where all these stands are at?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And no, we do not have a list.
Oh.
So anyone can put up a stand basically anywhere. It can be in a tent, it can be in a building, it can be in a home, It just has to fit the requirements. And we consider those temporary stands, temporary during the 2 weeks of selling fireworks. So we allow you to be in a tent or be in a home as long as it fits our requirements. So we do not know where they're at. That's the idea with getting us out there into the public and randomly going to towns, communicating with the police, communicating with the fire, where your stand's at. And then we just do random checks. So now I do have a list of all the distributors. So distributors are companies that deal in the fireworks. They're in the fireworks industry, and they sell to the stands or to other places. But in this case, so for example, what's a good one? Garrett's Fireworks. You might have heard of them. They're a big company, fireworks company. They're a distributor, and they sell their fireworks to other places and to the stands, the tents. And so we have a list of those. They have to have a license through us. It's a permit. And if they're permitted to sell, we also check that license, and we check those vendors. And there's also, keep in mind, illegal fireworks, meaning the state of Kansas regulates certain fireworks. Bottle rockets, for example. The coolest firework ever. Bottle rockets. I grew up with them. They're awesome. But Kansas has deemed them
unsafe.
Yeah. Because they get out of hands of a young one, or you point it at somebody else and there goes an eye injury, or a lot of times they shoot off into a wheat field and they create a fire. So Kansas has deemed them illegal, as well as a few others. Now Missouri and other different places, it's not. So we regulate them and we seize them as evidence. So but most of the time we're educating the stands, and they know better, and they just don't allow the distributor to bring that in because it's technically illegal.
Wow. Well, if you got 11 counties to do in only 2 weeks' time, that's about all you get done, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's interesting you bring that up. Again, with our new fire marshal, Mark Ingholm, he's been really proactive and really a go-getter as far as educating and teaching the community. But he has asked us, 9 investigators, that during those 2 weeks' time, the fireworks season, can you find it in yourselves to put your other stuff aside and concentrate on your fireworks? Because this is a season that is dangerous, and we want to get out there in the public. So if you can put some of your other duties aside, please do so and concentrate on your fireworks. Now, it was, my days ran together these 2 weeks, but it was just this week that I had a fatality fire, an early call at 5 a.m. in Solomon, Kansas. Some of you maybe have read about that. That takes priority of the fireworks stands in the PR, right? So 5 a.m. comes, I get the call. I'm calling others to go with me because I don't know what we have. Turns out an all-day event at a fatality fire, a teenager lost her life. Then when all that's complete, I get back to the office, I get my case number, I clean my equipment, ready for the next day, right? Then I can work on my fireworks paperwork, or I can go back on my truck and I can go off and do some more fireworks stands. So it's a continual thing. You just prioritize, manage your time. So,
okay.
No, that's a good question.
So appreciate hearing what you do and what the other investigators do, and that's kind of under the radar for a lot of us. So
yeah, we don't really tell the public. I mean, we just they know that the stands know, but the general public probably doesn't know all the little intricacies that we do. And so
very cool.
But
Chris, we had a significant event other than the 4th of July in the last week. Our producer, Gene Winkler, had a big birthday.
He turned like 48 or something. I don't. It was amazing.
It was last Monday, right, Gino?
Last Monday, June 30th.
Okay.
30.
Finished off the month and in style. So.
Nice. Well, I texted you happy birthday, but happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
special moment.
Did you do anything special?
No, not really.
Went to Kiwanis?
Went to Kiwanis,
Yeah.
and all that. And Wednesday night, we all went up to Al's
Oh, okay.
at Lost Springs.
Uh-huh.
Had all the kids there and the grandkids. And
Yeah.
Great.
we had a good meal and hadn't been there since last April when Sherry had a birthday and we went up there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Get to see everybody again and
Yeah.
Good.
think about the good old days.
Well, happy birthday, Gino.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We this town. I'm not sure what this town or community would do without Gene Winkler. So
Well, one of these days they will find out.
We'll find out. Well,
Not too soon.
I don't want
Not
that
too
to happen.
And I don't either. So.
yeah. Well, again, happy birthday. Let's see. We got a couple of things we can vamp on here, or we can. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
I want to talk about The Sandlot.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Have you seen The Sandlot?
I have seen both of them, but it's been a bit.
I've turned The Sandlot into a 4th of July movie
Good
for
for
me and
you.
my family. It's just we just kind of get through lunch, put that movie in.
My oldest boy, Colton, that's all he talks about is Sandlot.
Yeah.
And there's my wife hasn't seen it, and one of my other boys hasn't seen it.
Okay.
And Colton is always hounding us.
Yeah.
Talking about. He was talking about it last night, and we need to watch it.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's a weekend activity for you guys here.
I think so, and we can squeeze in some
Yeah.
time. I think that's what we're gonna do.
I actually introduced my mom to it yesterday.
Uh-huh.
She had never seen it. I said, "This is what we do.
Yeah.
We watch The Sandlot." And
Good tradition.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
it's a 4th of July movie because they have that scene with the night game where they're playing under the fireworks. And that kind of seals the deal for
Yeah.
me. So I know everybody's got their own 4th of July traditions, but that's one of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoy that one.
Yeah. Has there been any kind of off topic a little bit not, but has anybody heard about any fireworks things going on in town? I've been busy for a couple weeks. No, definitely no injuries, hopefully, but anything spectacular around town, or anyone know anything? I don't. It's not a trick question.
No, we have a tradition. We have some friends that live out east of Lincolnville, and we go out there usually around the 4th. So most of the time it's on the 4th, but we'll go out there and get some families together and just blow stuff up. So we did that last night. But we drove back into town kind of 11:30 last night, and there were quite a number of good displays going on around town. And we've had kind of some interesting experiences over the years. Last year, Sadie flew into Kansas City on 4th of July. And so Dad and I drove up to pick her up. And so we're driving up into Kansas City, and there's just fireworks the whole way we're going. I mean, and then you get into Kansas City, and there's fireworks all over the community. Wow. And then one year, Danny and I flew into Los Angeles International, into LAX on 4th of July. And as you're coming in over the city, you're looking down, and there's just fireworks just going up. It was just wild.
I think that would be a sight.
Yeah.
And even here in Marion, we're out at Peabody, and you're looking around, and everybody else in the community is shooting too, and it'd be neat to see that from an aerial view.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe someday.
Yeah, I think that would be a pretty cool thing to do, or get up on the grain elevator and look at it.
Ooh.
That'd be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Except I'm afraid of heights.
Get permission.
So, yeah.
Get permission.
Yeah. You could probably talk to a couple of high school with graduated high schooler kids. They probably tell you how to get it done.
Hey, I wanted tap this from you. Your son's name, Caden, is being promoted on Facebook.
Yes, for lineman of the something.
Just to be.
Yeah, to be noted in
kind of preseason.
It's a Vipe magazine or something. Yep, kind of a preseason. So yeah, that's out there. I've clicked on it about 10 times trying to get trying to get him some votes. But yeah, there's a couple other kids that are got quite a few more votes than him. But that's pretty prestigious, that he's been selected to be on that list of big tough linemen. So yeah, I'm excited to see this year. He's going to be a senior, and it seems like he keeps growing, and he's in the weight room. And I mean, I don't know. I think he could be a force this year in football.
Yeah.
I wish he would use those strength shoes I bought him so he could actually dunk this year in basketball. He's like 6'8", but the kid can barely touch the rim.
What, do they got little thicker soles on them, so he gets up a little higher?
Yeah. They're strength called strength shoes, but your shoe has a platform off the toe, and it puts your toe up, so when you walk, it makes you use your calf.
Okay.
Okay.
Like a reverse heel.
It builds your calf muscles. So had a kid in high school, a fellow player, a lot taller than me. That doesn't matter. Majority of people in this world. But he had strength shoes, and he worked out and was able to dunk that next season. Dunk pretty handedly. So there's a lot of belief that the strength shoes will help you develop your calves.
Yeah.
Your jumping ability, because your jumping ability is mainly through your calves. So anyway, he likes the idea of having the strength shoes, but he doesn't really use them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But
lead a horse to water.
That's right. That's right. But football season's around the corner. I'm excited about it.
Be here before we know it.
Yeah, we have some young ones that are going to step in, but we've got some seasoned kids too that I think we could be a force. So we'll see. I'm going to be excited to see my senior develop, but going to be sad to see it's going to come to an end too. So,
yeah. Your son will be a senior on the football team. My son will be a senior running cross country.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see these two boys grow up and cross paths and hang out, and it'll be a good year for both of them, and see what they can accomplish. Pretty hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. We can talk about that another segment.
That's right.
That's a whole nother.
That's right.
But
we should probably wrap this up. We rambled quite a while here.
Yep.
I had one more deal on there. What does the dog days of summer mean? You hear that phrase all the time, that, hey, the dog days of summer, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What do you think? What does it mean to you?
What the dog days of summer?
I'll start.
Yeah.
We got this yellow lab named Scout, and yesterday, prime example. We're just sitting around. There she is, sprawled out on the couch, legs up in the air, totally asleep, like she's had the hardest day of her life. Mm-hmm. And I think for me, that's the dog days. You're just kind of like getting through the day. It's long, it's hot, you don't want to move, and so you're just kind of existing.
Yep. I would concur that it's like the roughest time of the summer, the roughest, toughest, hottest.
Muggiest.
The toughest time to get through is the dog days of summer.
Yeah, kind of like this office right now.
Yes. Yes. He's got the heat up.
Well, I turned off the air conditioner because it was so cold in here this morning when I come in.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to have to shower again after this. I am going
to have to shower before I go on a walk. Sweating so much. All right. Well, Marion, you have a great day and a safe 4th, and we'll maybe see you next week on another segment.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chris.
Yep.
Hey, we want to thank you guys for listening, watching it, and always remember to subscribe, and that just helps our numbers out, and in the long run, it's going to help us out on YouTube because they give us a few perks that the more subscribers you have, the better off it is. So we just want to thank you all for being here on the corner with us this week, and we'll see you next week.